Hello, welcome to the
Hello.
Larger Logs. It's
Thank
me,
you.
Stu, that chap
Is
over
it
there.
my turn now? Sorry, Tom.
We're here to review a beer, spicy beer,
Breaking new ground tonight on the Log Logs.
chocolatey beer,
Ooh, okay. Breaking
imperial
very new ground.
beer.
That was one step too far. Jeez, Louise. 10% Chile and chocolate
Yep,
Imperial Stout. Oh my.
refusing to focus as per usual. Look at this lovely blurred can.
I like the look of it.
That looks like it says chamomile and chocolate.
I think it's
No.
better that it's blurred, mate. We don't exactly know what we're going to be drinking. I think that's going to be more interesting. Probably safer for our mental health as well. This is 10%.
Yes.
I think we may be in trouble. It's from Tempest Brewing. Have you had any of their brews before, Stu?
I have. These guys, the beers I've had from them mostly have been from the beer festivals I've been this year. So that includes this to begin with. And earlier this summer, it was their jalapeno pale ale, which I think was called Dos Mios.
Nice.
Which I'm sure is a quote from Bumblebee Man from The Simpsons.
I think you might be right. Yes. Okay. All right. You're not as kind of well educated as I thought you were, but you come correct when it comes to Simpsons trivia. So that's equally as impressive.
Yes. Everything I've learned is from television and movies. So, other than that, they do have quite a few of their beers in Sainsbury's, but it's reliable beers. It's like
less interesting beers,
pale ales. It's like pilsners and stuff, and it's not enough. Whereas like interesting enough for me to, I think I'll try this.
I get you. Yeah. I
Nothing
forgot
too
that
daring.
I forgot that you've already tried this recently at that beer festival. It was one of the ones that you mentioned. The only one I've had before, thank you for reminding me before the show, was the Worlds Within Worlds barley wine, which was pretty nice. Some hunk got it for me as a Christmas gift a couple of years ago. You okay there? You seems to be twitching a lot.
Yes, I
haven't started drinking yet either.
I just remembered how much it cost, that was all.
Worth every penny, darling. And that was great. It was almost like a really syrupy, thick tonic wine. I remember very, very delicious. And I can't remember Boxing Day, so it must have been good.
Yeah, that's kind of the impression I got from the bottle when I bought it. When looking, it's like, oh yeah, like it has like a nice high strength. I can't even remember how many milliliters in there. It was well
more
over
than a pint. More than a pint. So 750 ml, maybe.
Yeah, I think it was about that.
Possibly.
Waxed dip, so you knew it was extra fancy.
Serious stuff.
It definitely looked like the type of beer when you'd open it and drink it, you're definitely not doing anything else that day.
No.
Like you would just sink into your seat and you would just communicate with your family with grunts.
Mainly just focus on breathing. To be honest, that's more the main concern really than any kind of extracurricular activities or consuming that beverage. And I must have done a pretty good job because I'm still here today, 2 years later, in the flesh. So God knows what this is going to do to us tonight. But Stu, remember, just breathe. 3 in, 5 out, is it? Or 5 in, 3 out? Did you time that then?
The interesting thing here, are you trying to account for thunder and lightning? It's not going to work. How this will compare from can to, I guess, keg, since I tried it.
Of course, yeah, of course. It was the same percentage on keg, yeah.
Yes, I'm pretty sure if you look at the video on the channel, Stu's first beer fest or something, and you hear this, like, the worry in my voice, like, oh no, like, we're halfway through the day and now we're being treated to 10% beers.
Did you leave your testicles at home that day?
Well, yeah, I don't want to lose them.
It sounds good. This beer
Keep them
sounds really
someplace
nice.
safe.
Home is where
I had
the
a
holes
punchline
are.
to that, but I'm too much of a gentleman.
You,
Use it.
gentlemen, yes. I don't think those two things quite go together as well as you think they do, but I'll give you the benefit of the doubt.
Let's open this fucking beer.
Okay, babe.
Now, I went for a similar themed drinkware.
Oh, nice. Okay.
The Fierce Cerveza.
Yeah, similar.
Glass tumbler. Just going keeping with our Mexican theme.
You tried to pick the glass that was the closest. Well done. Extra brownie points for that, for sure.
We should have Coco playing in the background, but we're not.
That would be too much cultural appropriation for one episode. Okay, yeah, it smells nice. It smells nice and jammy almost. Not really chocolate, but almost like a raspberry kind of darker fruit. Smell to it.
It's definitely one of those beers where you're worried because it's 10%. It's like, is it just gonna taste like fuel? We've had this a lot where it's just like this is pure alcohol burn.
Yeah, that is always a worry. But with this one, what we got? Vanilla beans, cocoa, cinnamon, chipotle, and mutated chilies. This one does. Okay, interesting.
Kind of burns the nostrils.
It does a little bit. It's got like a smokiness to it now, which I'm getting now, rather.
Yeah, I'm getting a smoky sweetness.
Yeah, it's very nice.
Okay, let's pour this sucker.
Let's do it, my man. Okay. Yeah, it does look a bit dangerous, to be honest. There we go. Oh, got a little bit in the eye then.
God.
just a smidge. Whew.
You don't want to get chili into your eye.
No, make sure that after you drank this, you don't scratch anywhere intimate. I made that mistake a few times, having those jalapenos and
color on the head.
It's really,
yeah. It's kind of like a rich, dark.
Yeah, it's really dark head, kind of like a caramelly brown color.
Yeah, aye.
It's a good sign normally. Get
Still a light smell.
Yeah, a bit more sweetness now that I've poured it out. You ready to return to the darkness?
My old friend.
Once again.
Mm-hmm.
Cheers, man. Ooh. Whoa.
Even though it's just a sip, there's a lot going on.
There's a lot going on that first sip, yeah. I feel like the chili isn't too distracting. It's almost like a smokiness rather than a heat or like the flavor of chili. But After saying that, I can now feel the burn a little
There's
bit.
a heat, isn't there?
Yeah, in the throat. It's
I
really
kind
interesting.
of rinse my mouth with it, and it's just like everything tingles now. But no, that like the chipotle in it is definitely present.
Yes. Wow. But yeah, it's not as gimmicky as maybe I thought it was going to be. It's not like, I'm sure you've tried it before in the past, but you know the chocolate you get with the chili in, I can't remember who makes it now, but it's always a bit like, feels like something that you kind of feed your nan at Christmas time, you know, as a bit of a prank amongst you and your sisters. Do you know what I mean? Like, oh, nan, try some of this. Oh, it's burning my mouth. That kind of thing. It doesn't feel like something.
Film her. Get your phones out.
Does it feel like something you'd eat for pleasure? And sorry about that, nan. Anyway, it's all in the past. I hope things are still good between us. I would like that tenner in my Christmas card this year. 5 for my birthday normally, 10 for Christmas. It's normally how it goes down.
I feel really like, did we actually tell the people we're drinking Mexicake?
No, we've got the title completely, which sounds like us. But yeah, bringing up cake, I'm not really getting any chocolatey vibes from it. How about your chocolate cake vibes from it?
No, it's not. There's no, sorry. I was going to say screaming sweetness. But I mean, the spicy taste does have a sweetness to it, but I guess I don't know. I'm thinking of like, it's going to be like a dark chocolate that can kind of combat the spiciness.
Yeah, it's like a bittersweet taste to it.
Yeah.
Very good bittersweet dynamic, I think, which is not pushing too far into either category. But again, with the sweetness, it's more of that like brown sugary sweetness rather than kind of anything artificial, which I really appreciate. It kind of blends a bit better with the smokiness. It's just a really good imperial stout in my mind so far. Like initial kind of opinions.
Yeah, it's also like that. Like my fear of it's imperial. That just means it's overly boozy and tastes like fuel, which I always say. That's not present here.
Have you tried putting this in your car or not?
Oh yeah, I could probably get the kids to school with this stuff. Quicker than usual, but probably won't. Don't do that, people.
I just feel like there's definitely going to be some lollipop ladies somewhere tomorrow, just no throwing themselves out the way of your speeding car.
Now, I was
don't drink and drive unless it's imperial, guys. That's what she was trying to tell you.
Just don't drink and drive. Full stop. MEXICAKE has had some variations in the past.
Interesting. Okay.
Yes, there has been, I believe these are both 12.4% versions, and it is a MEXICAKE bourbon barrel and MEXICAKE rum barrel.
Oh, they sound really nice. Are they still chocolate cake chili?
I believe so. I'm on Untapped, so let me go in a little further to have a look.
Okay.
Yep, chili and chocolate imperial stout, 12.4%.
Interesting.
Yeah, it looks like they're still kicking it.
Amazing.
Yeah, people are adding submissions as well, like this month alone, so they must still be kicking about. It looks like they're in little 330ml cans.
Oh,
I'm guessing because it's up to 12 now. It's
with an ABV like that. That's awesome. I do really, really enjoy a barrel-aged bevy. So there could be ones to look out for. If I do remember, we bought these in Edinburgh, right? From that.
Yes.
Quiet little shop on the hill.
Yeah,
It was
like we're
just
headed
below the porno
train.
mags or just above the porno mags, was it? I don't know which one's more kind of hazardous to our health or the kids' health in this
But
instance.
I know we were supposed to be heading to the train station, and I'd convinced you to kind of veer left. And that there's supposed to be this beer shop that sells everything we're looking for.
I know a
And I'm
shortcut,
sure,
guys.
yeah,
You're
we
a
all had
liar.
a skin full, and beer was the last thing we were wanting to look at.
It was hard. It was a real struggle, I remember.
So
What do I pick? Oh, none of them
yeah,
really seem appealing right now.
I think I came away with about 6 tins.
You did the jackpot in there, yeah. You struck
Yeah,
lucky,
it
I
was a
remember.
really nice bottle shop. It
Really
was
cool.
just wall to wall beers, like all obviously I can't tell you the name of it because I can't remember, but all the information will be overlaid with like a wee Google Street View. But no, definitely if you're at the Haymarket end of Edinburgh, yeah, just take like a sharp left and head up that bottle shop. It looks like they have everything.
Would you believe Edinburgh's got more than one train station? Guys, I couldn't believe it either. But they do have the technology and they are utilizing it to the fullest advantage. Great travel facilities. That's my one recommendation from Edinburgh. I mean, everything else was terrible, really, really bad. Had an awful time, but the train line system, sensational. You going to the steps in today, or you
Yeah,
still
I'm just wondering
counting? How many do
if
you
you're
normally
going
get in during an episode? Somewhere about 15 to 20.
well, let's
Doesn't
make it
matter what the
easier
beer
to cut
is.
this section out when you're watching it later.
Is that going, is it? Foiled again.
Probably in the last 2 minutes.
But yeah, it was a really cool shop. I wish I'd been a bit more sober when we visited. Maybe next time.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to try and get back along there. Just need to make some room in the old fridge.
Yeah, and in the stewmobile, kick the kids out, get the beers in. That's what I say. Oh, yeah. I do still think there's a dark berry kind of. I'm getting more of a flavour now of that rather than just the scent of it. That's really more of the flavour profile for me. It's like a dark berry, raspberry, blackberry.
Okay.
Boozy kind of.
Yeah.
Boozy, smoky flavour along with it.
When I'm thinking of like we're getting these dark berries, chocolate, it's Mexicake. In my head, I'm picturing like the Black Forest Gateau. Kind of like that has like a kind of like a rich fruity profile.
Yeah, it's more of a dark chocolate flavour, I would think.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you've got more of that kind of less sweet and more kind of bitter taste to it, but this has got like a nice balance. Obviously, it's not milky or other things that you might associate with chocolate cake. Doesn't have those. Doesn't really have a crumble to it either, so I'm docking it points. So it's going to receive a 4.99 instead of a full 5 for me because of the lack of crumble factor. But other than that, it's a really good beer.
Yeah. Now, this is not a beer that we're going to be drinking quickly. This is not like a... Whilst I would do like to have like a top to bottom taste test, but I think even by the time we get to here, like English won't be our first language.
It's not mine anyway, so you know I obviously struggle with most episodes, but we tend to get there in the end. I don't know what I'm going to be speaking after completing this bevy, and probably Spanish. I would take a guess at.
See,
impressive, very impressive. Get that out of a bit.
There's a part of me, you know how some people talk about having stouts as like some in the class as like dessert beers. Like maybe this pair with vanilla ice cream might complement.
I think we should have had some ice cream in the freezer before we started this review.
But we kind of think like ahead and think, yeah, this definitely needs like, yes, it has got a rich, smoky spiciness to it. But just kind of just going in with some vanilla ice cream as well would probably a nice balance.
Would have been a good pairing, yeah. We never think ahead though. I think it's dangerous to think ahead, to be honest, even slightly. Flying at the seat of our pants is normally how we like to operate, and I think it's it's kind of served us well so far.
But no, this is a really delectable, rich, fancy beer. Fumbled the landing.
Wow. Okay. No, that was really good. It was almost like you'd swallowed a thesaurus or something. Then I really appreciate it.
So yeah, I could have just went with the back. Spicy, sweet, smoky, hot, fruity, delicious.
I think it delivers on most of those things. So Weldon's Tempest delivering a really knockout brew. Cheers.
Cheers.
Okay, now we've limbered up. You want to do the intro this time?
Sure. Well, I said limber. It's like, yeah, probably should stretch a little. Good.
I think so.
Okay.
Can't feel my arms.